Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Under the Radar. We're your hosts, Casey and Aiden, and we are going to be reviewing Superman today. We just
Yeah,
both got out of it, and
yeah.
same as always, we don't talk about it. We wait till we get here so we can talk about it, and you guys can get our first reactions of what each other thought. Um, I do want to say before we get into reviews about this.
Oh, nice. I got this at my theater. Hold on. Superman pin. What?
So yeah, so I thought this was cool. It was like cheap. It was like
they also they also had a guy standing outside the theater dressed as Superman. That was like walking around and being like, "Hello, kids."
hell
Like,
nah.
dude, not. I don't know how packed your theater was.
Mine was packed. I hate
Insane.
this. Again, another thing before we. I hate people that because now all movie theaters or most of them are like reserved seating. I hate people that buy seats and then go and just sit somewhere else, especially if you know it's a packed house,
dude.
and then they get told like, "Hey, you're in my fucking seat." So then they move, and then they're the ones that are upset. They're like, "Oh, can't believe he asked me to move."
This fucking asshole.
Fucking asshole wants
I
me
sat
to-
in a seat.
Wants me to move out of the seat he paid for. Like,
Dude, I know, because I'm like very meticulous about like
well, that's
what
the thing
seats
because
I pay for.
me and my buddy we bought like seats late because we didn't know when we were gonna see it. So we
Yeah.
got good seats, and it's kind of like in the back, like corner ish or whatever. But the people who had to move,
Yeah.
they moved to their seats were next to mine, and like the seats that they chose to go steal were good seats that whoever's picked that seat definitely like got on.
Wants that seat.
It's not like it's like one crappy seat corner for like another crappy seat corner. It's like
Yeah.
the good seat.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
just always
I
it
hate that
annoys
shit
you,
so
and
much,
it's just
bro.
I don't care about like whatever if you move whatever, but like just the people that get pissed off about it. It's like you're not about
Yeah.
to blame me for stealing my seat. Like I don't know what you think this is.
Also, another thing I've been realizing in movie theaters, which I feel like this started around like No Way Home,
Mm-hmm.
was people will just like say shit out loud all the time, and it's like, I get it. It's exciting. We're all there.
Yeah.
We're all hyped. We're pumped. And it's like there's moments where you can be like, damn, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, you can react, and I totally get it. Like, we're all excited. But like there was a guy that like said something, and then people laughed, and it's like, oh he would, oh my god, he was like a fucking hype
Oh,
man
no,
for
no.
every line in that movie, dude. Every single time somebody would finish a line, he'd say like the last word. Like, like for like the last, like, I don't know how long in the movie, like the last
Yeah.
act of the movie, and I was like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I had
bro.
not someone like that, but I had someone that just like kept clapping every time someone showed up on screen or whatever. But like it was like
Yeah.
only one person who'd clap and nobody would join along, so then they like stop and it's like, why are you clapping, bro? Like,
Did your theater clap at the end?
only a few people. I didn't because I was like, I don't want to clap.
I like half the theater for mine fucking clapped, and John was like, "I'm not clapping, bro." So then I started clapping just to
I was just like, I was because I was listening to the music, the music at the end, and I was like, this is pretty good
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
good theme, and then I just hear
Yeah.
people. Oh my god, I'm like,
Yeah, woo.
yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't watched one of our reviews before, though, how we like to do these is we will start with non-spoiler reviews. We will just talk about what we think about the movie, ratings, all the basic shit, and then we'll go into a play-by-play of the movie, what we thought about the pacing and everything for the most part. And yeah, I think we're ready to get right
All
into
right,
it.
you want to start off with the scores?
Yeah, this is our score out of 10 for James Gunn's Superman.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
8.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't the next coming of Jesus Christ or whatever the fuck people have been hyping it up to be.
Yeah. It was good though. Like, I liked it. Like, I had fun during the whole movie.
The thing is, there's nothing that was bad enough in this movie to make me want to drop it to like a 7 or 6, but there was nothing. My main issues are sort of nitpicky-ish esque that sort of make me keep it towards an 8, but like there's nothing that makes me put it higher.
There's just sometimes during this movie where I was like bored a little bit. I'm not.
I want to start off
like,
with
there's some, like,
the pacing is shit. I think the pacing.
Yeah, the pacing's not
I think
very
the pacing is terrible. You get no time to breathe except for one scene.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going from like big action set piece to big action set piece
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
constantly. And it's like action set piece, comedy scene, action set piece, comedy scene, and like just rotating
Yeah.
for almost 2 hours.
Yes.
And it feels very jarring and jolting, and like you said, you don't really get like a second to really like think about like what's going on and
Mm-hmm.
what you're watching. um but I mean, what's happening on screen though like isn't inherently bad all the time.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I do enjoy what I'm seeing. I thought some of the jokes were funny. I thought Corn Sweat's Superman was super
Yeah, I
charming.
don't
I
think
thought
there was a single bad performance in this whole movie, and that's saying something because this movie had a
mhm,
big cast, so easily one of them could have been
mhm.
like, that person wasn't that good. I think everyone gave a good
Dude,
performance. Nicholas Holt, I think, easily gave the
I was just
best.
about to
He
say
easily gave the best performance,
knocked it out of the park,
and
dude. At the end of the movie, bro.
yeah,
Oh,
so
dude,
I think that was
incredible.
a very good positive of the movie that just everyone did well. Um,
Yep.
Yeah, just I don't know. We'd go to scenes and we'd start scenes right in the middle of them. Like it wouldn't be like he'd say he's gonna go do something, and then when he goes to do that thing, it starts in the middle of whatever the hell he just said he was gonna go do.
Yeah, and I think I know like kind of what you're
Yeah,
talking about, like the exact scene you might be
yeah, and
referencing.
then
Yeah.
the movie it looked good for the majority of the time, but there were scenes where like if it
Mhm.
looked bad or off, like when the Justice Gang or whatever showed up, that scene kind of looked. Mm,
I thought this is one of my favorite action sequences in the movie, but the Mr. Terrific beach
yeah.
scene is incomprehensible, dude. Like it's you're seeing just these fucking orbs fly around, and I'm like really trying to
Yeah.
track like what's going on and the way the camera's moving. He's doing a lot of crazy stuff with camera movement, and for some of it it works. For other parts, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it worked so
Yeah.
well. And sometimes it's just jarring and it's hard to follow, and it was kind of like I don't want to say like nauseating, but it just
Yeah,
kind of
I get.
like
Yeah, I get what you mean.
you know
This is a very nitpick thing. I thought it was just weird seeing Green Lantern flying without like the green like aura around him. Like
yeah.
it just kind of looked like Nathan Fillion was being dragged on like a wire or something.
Hmm. I did really like though how they did his powers. Like I thought his
He was
powers
really
were a lot
cool.
of fun. I thought Mr. Terrific was super cool. He was one of my favorite
Yeah,
characters in this
Hawkgirl was
movie.
just there,
Um,
man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I hated every time she went into a fight. You just hear like, "Ah," when she went in attack. Yeah, I hate that happened 3 times in her first 5 minutes of being on
yeah,
screen, and I was so annoyed. And it's the most.
and it happens like the last five
Yes, and it
minutes she's on
every
screen too.
time she's in an action scene for some reason, and they just go like, "Ah," she goes and attacks someone. It's like why? You're, like,
Yeah, yeah. But going into positives, I did like again like Superman in this movie. I thought he was so charming, and I really liked
his dynamic with
how he fought for
Lois
the
was
little
very
guy.
good.
His dynamic really good. I think just his dynamic with just citizens and people, and how he was
Yeah.
interacting as like trying to balance being like a god amongst men, I thought was just
Hmm.
done really well. Like I
Yeah.
appreciated how he did it.
I just yeah, I don't know. Like again, I don't have any big issues. Like the movie's very good. The acting's very good, the music's very good. Um it's just like small things that sort of added up where it's like I can't give it past like an 8.
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. And then the plot, it felt like there was like 8 different plot lines going on.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was just so weird cuz like things would happen at the end of the movie that you're like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot like this person's even in the fucking
Yeah.
movie." Oh
And
yeah.
then
It's like
there's like they do like this Star Wars esque title crawl, and I at first it was kind of cool because it's like, oh, okay, well we don't need because I agree because James Gunn said this a few days ago, and I completely agree. We no longer need to see origin stories like movies for Spider Man, Batman, or Superman. Like everybody knows those
everybody
three
knows.
origins very well by now. Even if you're not a comic book fan, you know like what it is. So
Yeah.
it was good for like the first part of it, but then it kept going, and then I was kind of like, why aren't we just seeing this instead of being told it?
Yeah, and yeah, yeah. I completely agree. There were some things between like the feud between like Superman and Lex
Mm-hmm.
Luthor that I wish were kind of expanded on a little bit. Like I get Luthor's a bad guy, but he's just kind of like a comically bad dude, which I guess is
Which is fine.
fine. But I don't know. There's
A thing that I really like about this movie is it's very, very comic booky. Like the MCU tries to somewhat mirror the real world. It doesn't try to be realistic, but it somewhat tries to mirror the real world.
Mhm.
Whereas like this movie, when a monster
It's in a
attacks or
comic
something
book.
attacks, you usually still have people in the backgrounds that are kind of like just going on with their normal life because they're like, it's kind of whatever. It's Tuesday, so
Yeah.
that's kind of like cool to see. And then like,
Or you'll see like monster fights in the background,
yeah,
like during a
yeah, and
scene
it's
or
like,
something, which I thought was pretty creative.
yeah, which that scene in particular I think is kind of stupid, but or pointless. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, so I like how it's like extra comic booky. Like I feel like James Gunn literally just did the complete opposite of Snyder. Like he's like, I don't want it realistic at all. I want it colorful. I want like whatever. Um, so I
Yeah.
think he just kind of literally saw what Snyder did and just kind of literally just did the opposite.
Did the opposite. Yeah.
Um,
Um yeah, overall I thought the movie looked good in terms of its colors. I thought the camera work for the most part was pretty good.
yeah.
The cinematography during some of the scenes I thought was like very good, like the lighting and how kind of like blinding it is almost, and like making
Mm-hmm.
there's like some scenes where they're everybody's heard of this, they're humanizing Superman, and there's scenes where they really try and make him human, but the lighting almost like
Mm-hmm.
portrays him as a god, and it's very like juxtaposing, which I thought was very
Yeah. I
cool and
like.
a cool decision.
I also just I loved how petty Lex Luthor was the whole movie. That shit was
Yeah.
so funny to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get into it in
Yeah,
spoilers. Some of the hating on that man
yeah.
is
Um,
crazy.
the action scenes they're very good. I think another I don't know how to say this without it because obviously you don't want just Superman to win every single fight, but like every single fight in this movie, he's just kind of getting dogged on.
His shit
Like
rocked.
I get it. Obviously, you want to
It
make
was
it a
like this.
challenge, but it's like there's some fights that it's just kind
Yeah.
of like okay, well, like have him have the upper hand somewhat. Like
Also, I don't really think this is a spoiler, but I mean, traditionally, Superman is very like leaps and flies kind of thing. He was very like almost like Omni Man esque in this
yeah,
movie during some of the scenes where he would kind of like stop midair and like be able to like pivot
yeah,
and like move in the air like omnidirectionally. Um, which I don't mind. I don't think
hmm
that's like a bad thing for the character or anything. I actually think that's pretty interesting. But just a little different than what we've seen.
yeah. Um, I didn't expect. It's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailers with the war that he stops or whatever. I wasn't expecting that to be such a main pivotal thing of the plot.
Yeah, same.
I was
I
expect
remember people were talking about
yeah.
like Gorilla Grodd and all that
I
shit.
thought it was gonna be like, oh, this happens, Superman, whatever, and then that's sort of the the like catalyst for the plot of the movie, not sort of like being the plot.
Yeah, yeah. Um, all in all, though, I think this movie is definitely worth the watch. I
Yeah.
think this is a really great stepping off point for the
Mm-hmm.
DCU, and yeah, I don't know. It was nice to see a world that just felt very lived in and very like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we weren't watching people react to seeing Superman for the first time. They know who this guy
Yeah,
is,
which is also
and
something very
the
interesting.
script
Um.
yeah, the script of their perspective like being flipped on him at some points
Mm-hmm.
during the movie I thought was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was good though, and I'm excited to see more of what James
Um.
Gunn can do with this universe.
This is sort of a spoiler, so I won't go too much in detail. But I feel like the marketing for this movie was a little um unclear, I guess, or I guess I feel like we were lied to in the marketing of this movie compared to what we actually got. Like for certain things, obviously some of them are just misdirections, but there's like certain things that kind of like it felt like they're trying to tell us one thing and then like kind of just like Or they,
We'll get
yeah,
into
we'll
it
get
in
into it in
spoilers because
spoilers.
I want to hear you elaborate more on that. But I think with that being said, we're kind of ready to start talking about spoilers. So overall, 8 out of 10,
Yeah.
great movie. Go support this movie. Go support the DCU. Let's get more of these movies. I'm excited to see more of these characters. I want to see more of these characters so bad. So please make sure you go see this movie. And with that being said, let's get into
Mm-hmm.
spoilers. And I think just we'll go ahead and start right where you left off with the marketing.
Um. Okay. So the first thing, and I thought this was kind of the biggest thing. I felt like the marketing for the movie was, um, mainly for Pa Kent. I thought Pa Kent was going to be dead by the beginning of this movie, and like the
Mm-hmm.
scene in the trailer where he like hugs him, I thought that was going to be like a
Mm-hmm.
flashback. But then like Pa Kent's kind of just like fine, which
Yeah.
that's not like it's not a negative what I'm like saying. I'm just saying that like it was kind of like, oh, I thought for sure he was like going to be dead already.
Yeah, no, they changed that origin for Superman a little bit.
It's not really, because I mean,
But
even like the animated series, Paul Kent's still alive. Like you don't need Paul Kent to die for Superman to.
yeah.
But it was just kind of like I just thought that's what they. I thought they were gonna do the whole heart attack thing or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I don't like what I said about the war. So first off, the opening of the movie, like what we said, had the whole Star Wars title crawl thing, and at first it was cool because like, oh, 3 decades ago, Krypton, whatever, sent a baby to Earth because the planet blew up. Then 3 years ago, Superman came out and was revealed. Then 3 months ago, whatever, he stopped the war. Then 3 hours ago, Superman lost his first fight. That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we don't dive into that. I feel like that should be very something big, that for someone who's been a hero for 3 years and hasn't lost a single fight, for him to lose his first fight, I thought that would have been like somewhat of a plot
Well, not
point.
only lose his first fight,
Gets
but
absolutely
like
dog.
he loses like almost every single fight.
And
In
that's
this
what I'm saying. That he loses
movie.
every fight in this movie, so I thought that would be like an interesting. It's like him talking about like what the fuck is going on, bro. Like I'm just getting
Yeah.
like, because also we have the whole scene of Lex saying, because Lex obviously he's like, oh, A4, and then Ultraman.
I thought that shit was
That was
so
so
cool.
cool, but then I thought Superman was gonna be like, okay, I gotta mix it up now, so I'm gonna do the unexpected.
No, dude, there was no shot. That dude had like 3,000 fucking when he pulled out like the 98Z or whatever. I was like, "Oh, he's so
Yeah, that's what I'm
good."
saying though. That I thought he was gonna like, he's like, okay, well, let's just I'll fight like how I don't usually fight, and then do some crazy shit. But he's kind of like
Yeah.
be more.
He doesn't the whole movie.
I feel like he wasn't very creative with his powers. Like the only
No.
sort of creative scene was with the heat vision, where he was just spinning in a circle, which was cool. But,
Yeah.
like, I don't feel like that was creative
Yeah.
enough. Like I feel like that would have been cool. It's like, oh, I'm about to go punch him. Instead, I use my freeze breath. Oh, I'm gonna go kick him. Heat vision. Like just sort of mix it up
Yeah.
and like incorporate different powers.
Yeah, no, every punch was
Yeah.
countered. So, we'll real quick start at the beginning of this movie. So, what you've seen in the marketing is exactly how this movie starts up. He crash lands in
Which
Antarctica.
that's also
He
kind
calls
of
for
a negative
crypto.
I have. It starts like in the middle of a plot line.
Yeah.
Like I thought for sure they're gonna
Um
do, okay, 3 hours earlier and then show him stop the war and then get into the fight with the guy. But then they don't. We don't
yeah,
see him actually intervene with the war. We just keep hearing them tell us and
that he
that he
stopped
stopped this war and how he did it, but we don't actually see him do it, which I thought was kind of
Yeah.
like I felt that's what I was
Yes.
talking about. That like the title crawl at first it's cool, but then once we get to 3 hours ago, I was like, why are we still like why am I not seeing this? Why are we starting off with
Yeah.
Superman in a ditch?
Yeah, so there's this war going on between these two countries, and he stopped it. He stopped the war from happening, and we start, like you said, smack dab in the middle. He just got his ass kicked,
Mhm.
and he calls for Crypto. Crypto's jumping on him, haha, funny dog. Takes him to the Fortress of Solitude, where he hears his parents talking to him, saying, "We sent you to Earth to protect these people and to save them, and the sun will give you power." And he's healed by the sun, and he goes back to go fight the person that just kicked his ass, which is the hammer of one of the countries. I can't
Bortova, whatever.
remember the
Yeah, I
country.
don't know what the.
Yeah, they're like two fictional countries,
Yeah.
so it's like didn't really
Um,
matter.
and then we see one of
And
Lex's henchmen who's just already in Antarctica, just fall like
yeah, just like find
yeah,
out where he was.
which it's like why is she there? Like, there's no way she got there from. Like, I don't even know what happened. I guess he got.
She has like a little jetpack.
Yeah, I
She's
guess,
like,
but did he get beat in Metropolis and then he flew to the Fortress of Solitude?
I mean, I assume so. I don't imagine he just got
So then
smacked
she
to
was
the
able to
Fortress of
follow. Like, that's
Solitude.
what I'm saying. Though. And so then she followed him to Antarctica, and then like that's what I'm.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
guess.
saying. That it's kind of
Unless they
just.
had an idea that he goes to Antarctica,
Yeah, that's what I'm.
they
They
just
don't
didn't
really
know where.
point it out. They just say, "Oh, we might have found his base in Antarctica." Um.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, you see
yeah.
Superman go. This is like one of the things I'm talking about though with the camera. As you see him fly out of the base, it looks super
Yeah.
fucking sick. And like, I mean, people had this problem when it was shown in the trailer. It's like you're zooming in on these parts of his body flying, and it looks amazing. And then you look at his face, and like just the lens that they use on his face just makes him look so fucking
Hmm.
weird. And it's for every single time they show his face while he's flying in this movie. He
Yeah.
has this weird fisheye looking two different fucking directions. And it's not like the actor's fault, and it's not that he looks weird. It's just how it came out, and they just stuck with it for the whole time. So there's like scenes where it kind of like takes you out a little
Yeah.
bit because it like shows his face flying, and he's like fucking all bug-eyed like looking
Yeah.
around.
It's just like and then so he goes back to Metropolis to fight the Hammer guy or whatever, and he gets absolutely
Yeah,
demolished again.
just shit
And
rocked.
it's revealed that Luther is like watching, and he's like giving him moves basically to do to counter Superman because he's been watching Superman
Yeah,
for 3 years that he's been around. Um,
yeah,
I I the thing also, it's not really much to market because I knew this was obviously gonna be like this was already an established universe or whatever, but I didn't think like everyone was already gonna like know each other. I guess like so Superman's been around for 3 years,
yeah.
and I thought he was gonna meet Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl or Hawkwoman, and Mister Terrific. I didn't think like he'd already know them and be like somewhat friends with them. Like they already know his secret
Yeah, I
identity.
did. Yeah, I didn't really mind that too much. Them knowing his identity, I thought was a little weird, but I didn't mind that they're at least familiar with each other. But yeah, so uh, Ultraman in this costume basically kicks Superman's ass, and then he dips back to the country, and this is where we are introduced to the parallel dimension that Lex Luthor has created through these portals. So he basically has these portals. You hop in, you can come out wherever he has another
Mm-hmm.
one. And yeah, so we get a little bit of explanation. We find out this is Ultraman, and we cut to Lex Luthor trying to sell to the U.S. government, saying we need to stop Superman. We need to put him in prison. Um, he's a threat. Uh, Whatever. He stopped this war, and we then get to see a little bit of Clark Kent in the Daily Planet, and just kind of seeing how him and Lois interact. I loved Jimmy Olsen
Jimmy
in this
Olsen was
movie.
really good in
The
this movie.
the Jimmy Olsen bits were the best part of
He
it.
was
There's just a
hilarious.
running bit in this movie where every hot chick in this movie just wanted him so fucking bad,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hilarious. And
It's like, have you ever
so
seen
yeah,
the other guys, with Will Ferrell,
yeah,
Mark?
with Will Ferrell, yeah, and Will Ferrell just has
And
these
Will
hot
Ferrell,
chicks just
every
hitting him.
hot girl just goes up to him and is like, "Hey," like that's who Jimmy Olsen
Hey.
was in this movie, basically.
Yeah,
So that was just
yeah.
hilarious.
Every girl just wanted him bad as
Yeah.
fuck. And we get to kind of see Clark Kent is interviewing Superman and putting these quotes from Superman in his papers. And so we jump to the next scene. Lois gets home. We find out they're dating already, and she knows he's
Yeah,
Superman.
that was actually
So
that was a nice surprise because like the
mhm.
way she was talking in the Daily Planet, like she's like, "Oh, you talked to Superman? How'd you score that interview?" Like all this stuff. I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, damn!"
like
So she
questioning
doesn't
him.
know. I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I thought she would have already know. And then obviously,
When she first got to that apartment, I thought it was gonna be like him in his Superman
yeah,
costume, like, "Hello, Miss
yeah.
Lane," you know. But
So
like, it's
yeah,
just
so they've
him,
been
and
dating
she
for
knows.
3 months or something.
Yeah.
Um,
And they have a fun little interaction where she's interviewing him, and it was kind of funny. I was talking to my roommates about it like after we saw the movie, and she's like, "You stepped onto foreign soil and stopped a war." I was ready for him to be like, "This whole planet is foreign soil to me. I'm an alien." Like I have everybody is treating this man like he is an American, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not an American. Like, I just save
Oh,
people.
yeah,
Like, that's my
that's the whole
thing.
point. Yeah, that's so that is like he's because he only really does stuff in Metropolis, really, which is in America. So
Yeah, they're like, they're an American ally. Did you know that you were messing with an American ally? He's like, I was just waiting for him to be like, I'm not fucking American.
I'm gonna jump. I just thought this was so funny. So they have the scene. I'm very much jumping ahead of when the kid puts up the flags, and then they start going Superman, Superman, and then the whole. It's obviously like this whole village is about to get fucking run down by tanks and military men, and they have pickaxes, and only like 3 people have
like,
guns,
shovels.
and like 3 people only have guns. So then it was so funny
Yeah.
because then the one guy starts going Superman, Superman. The guy with like the shovel was like, Superman. I just thought that shit was so funny that it's like, bro, it's just like, fuck it, might as well.
Sent it. But yeah, so Lex Luthor goes to the Fortress of Solitude, and he's basically like, I gotta get some dirt on Superman and give the government a reason to kidnap him. So they go, they beat the shit out of
the robots,
every robot in there, and they capture Crypto, and the one of his henchmen like downloads all the computer data,
and was able to, like,
in that computer data, is the complete version of what his parents were trying to say. A big point is that only the first half of their transmission got through, the other half was damaged, and the first half is basically like, you have to go save these people, we are sending you here because you are capable of it, the sun will heal you, and we want you to be able to take care of them. And so during this they're like, yeah, we have a distraction or whatever, and this little fucking monster gets out. And again, this is another one of those scenes where we are just introduced right in the middle, because we see this small little creature go into the city, and then it just jumps to the next day mid-fight with Superman.
Yeah, where it's about to step on.
It was 7 feet tall. Yeah, it was 7 feet tall an hour ago, and now it's fucking 20 stories or whatever.
Yeah, I thought. So okay, so I'll say this actually when we get to the scene. So yeah, so Superman's fighting this thing. He's trying to like more so get it away from the city, and then
doesn't want to kill it.
Yeah, doesn't want to kill it. So then that's when the Justice Gang show up, and just that scene when they show up, it just looks like weird. Like it looks, like I don't know. It just looked bad. Like not terrible, but like it kind of looked bad. So then they each attack. And just I can't. Hawkgirl just annoying the fuck out of me.
Dude, Mr. Terrific sitting in his fucking chair.
But it's just in his gooner chair, just like about to get eaten.
Like,
and
so
whatever.
lame, bro. Yeah, he's like, please get him. Please get him. I can't go faster than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're trying to stop it, and they're like hitting in the fucking eyeballs. They're trying to kill this thing. And Superman's like, no, please. I thought they did have some cool stuff with Superman's powers though here, where like he gets stepped on and he flies.
I thought that was hilarious, where you just see the cracks and he's going, and it's like, and he just goes flies up. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
You get the scene from the trailer where he like saves a little girl, and like sometimes though they would like ruin these moments because like he saves the little girl, right, and then it keeps showing the fucking rest of the canisters like go into a building, and I'm like, dude, like.
Yeah.
It's like you're showing me him save someone, and then like how everybody else got fucked because he was saving one person.
It's not related to this because I think it was a good slow-mo shot, but they kind of used slow-mo a little too much.
Yeah.
The only real scene where I thought it was kind of stupid to have slow-mo was when Lex first knocks over the cup. I was like, I didn't need to see a slow-mo of pencils falling out of a cup. Like.
Yeah, just for him to do it again.
Yeah. So then Mr. Terrific sends bombs into its stomach and just blow it up from the inside out. I love how the whole time during the fight, as soon as they show up, Superman prioritizes saving people. I thought that was so cool. That you just see him flying around. He even saves like a squirrel. Like I thought that was so cool. Just seeing him go around saving different people, doing different shit before and going back into the fight.
But yeah, so they take down this monster. And immediately following the takedown of this monster, everyone's like, yeah, Superman, you're the best. He's like fucking around with the kids, and the kids are like pulling on his cape and shit. And it shows the transmission from his parents. And he's watching it, and he's like, wow, this is so great. And then they basically go, you need to rule over Earth,
They're
even
too
if you have to kill them
small-minded.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that was such
these
a
people are
weird like
stupid.
plot twist that I thought for sure was gonna get revealed to be like AI or fake or something. Because
Yeah, I
first
thought,
off,
yeah.
who has the credibility
Everybody,
um to translate
yeah,
alien Kryptonian language? They're like, we got
dude,
the head of
yeah.
linguistics departments, and I was like, it's an alien
They're
language. I
like,
don't
yeah,
give
we
a
have
fuck if you
12
got the
different
yeah. I was
heads.
like, I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if you got the guy that speaks
They're
German and the guy that speaks Cantonese together. That doesn't mean you're
Yeah.
gonna like, that doesn't mean
And
shit.
they're like, we got people together. This is 100% real. This isn't fake at all. This couldn't be fake.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I was like, I don't think
What?
the video was fake of like, but like just what they were saying, I thought was fake. Like, I thought that was
Yeah.
gonna get revealed because I thought he was gonna like, because so he goes back to the Fortress of Solitude. He sees that all his robots are like destroyed. He talks to the one of them. I thought when he talked to him, I thought he was gonna like show him the video, or one of the times when he talks to the robot throughout the film, I thought he was gonna show him the video and be like, hey,
Yeah.
is this true? Because the only person we know that can fully translate it is the robot, because that's what he's been doing. So I
Yeah.
thought that's what the robot was going to do.
Yeah.
And then he's just
stabbing himself in the
Yeah,
head with a
he's-
fucking
yeah, so then-
screwdriver.
and then he finds out Crypto got taken, so then he flies to LexCorp, and then he has a scene where he's just asking Lex where the dog is, and Lex is such a funny rage baiter. It's hilarious.
Dude, it's so
He's like,
good.
what dog
bro.
are you talking about? I don't know what dog. It's like, and then he goes to take a sip.
Are you talking about the dog
Look
with the
at
cape?
this- Look at this dog with a cape. He goes, what? What?
and like he has his girlfriend like recording
He's
it.
like
And
recording.
Superman's like, you heard that, and she's like, I didn't hear shit.
Because it's like it just makes Superman look crazy. He's like, you heard it, you heard him.
Yeah, and so basically at that point they decide to arrest Superman,
Oh,
and
no.
so then Superman.
After that, he goes
Well-
back to his apartment where Lois is waiting.
Yeah, and that's when they have the
and
Lois
in the
scene,
background, there's like an interdimensional imp fighting the Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Green Lantern. I think that
Mhm.
scene is so dumb to have. I don't understand the purpose of it.
It was just to have pretty colors. in
Yeah,
the
it was
background,
for
that's all
sure.
it
But
was.
then it was like, she's like, "Oh, were you fighting that thing?" He goes, "No, I was looking for the dog. It's an interdimensional imp. They could take care of it." I was like, I was like, what are we like? So you flew past it and you just went, "Hey, see you guys."
Like I see what you're saying, but I do kind of like it because it kind of just like
No, yeah, it shows what kind of
shit's
mood.
going
Yeah,
on and people
I get
are,
that,
like,
but like
used
it's in
to shit
front of
like
his
this,
apartment.
you know?
It's not like it's not like he's
Dude,
watching.
Guy Gardner's in the
That's what I'm
background
saying.
with a
That like
baseball bat,
if
like,
it was on the
beating the shit
news
out
that
of
it's
it.
happening in North Carolina or something like that, then I get it, because then you're looking for your dog and you're kind of annoyed and tired that whatever your dog's missing, and then
Yeah.
but it's happening outside his window, so that means he had to have flown past it to go home. So that means he just
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. That like
So, good luck, y'all.
he just flew past and goes, night guys. Like
Fucking pissed
like
about my
so they
dog.
beat it. Yeah, so then they beat it obviously, but it was just kind of like I was like, what was the purpose of that scene? Like I obviously it was mainly for the
Yeah, that was also the shot that they like showed his outfit like when we first got his suit reveal,
Yeah.
and it was such a stupid fucking scene.
Yeah.
And like there's like this small little subplot where like him and Lois are kind of like fighting or whatever, but it's like
Oh yeah,
it's
because in the
really
interview
nothing,
she
it's
starts
just
asking him
kinda-
the real questions and he doesn't know how to answer it. And then Lois is like, Lois is like not ready for a relationship or something.
Yeah, it just kinda
Yeah. So then,
whatever.
so
So yeah, he's basically like, I'm gonna turn myself in, and they're gonna take me to where the dog's at.
mhm. So you know how I said about scenes
Um,
where they just kind of go play in the middle. The next scene is literally him getting slammed on the ground and handcuffed. I was like, so we don't even
Yeah.
see him go up to them and try to like talk to them or anything. Like it's literally just
Yeah, no, yeah,
so he went to like Rick Flag, and then Rick Flag had because also, so Rick Flag Senior's in it because he's a part of like I guess the U.S. government council or whatever. I thought it was
Yeah.
weird Amanda Waller wasn't.
yeah, but she did have her representative there. The one girl, the black chick that was there.
Is she her
She was in Peacemaker.
She was?
She's the girl that I'm pretty sure that's the girl that knocks Amanda Waller out in at the end of the Suicide Squad.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
even
pretty sure
notice.
that was the
I
same
just
girl.
like I was gonna kind of confused. I was like, why isn't it like? Because I was like, she's
Yeah, I just figured she was there on her behalf,
Okay.
kind of thing. Because I thought that was
yeah
the same
okay. If
girl.
that's true, then
I might
that
be wrong.
Yeah,
But
if that's true, then that works. But if
Yeah.
not, then it's kind of just weird. Because like this is kind of like
Yeah.
right up her alley.
yeah,
So then Oh, we also missed. So we get like a reveal of why Lex mainly doesn't fuck with Superman. That like he doesn't care for metas at all. Period. But the main reason he hates Superman is that he doesn't think Superman is a person. He thinks Superman's an it because he's an alien, and that he thinks he's better than humans. So that means he thinks he's better than Lex by having being named Superman. So yeah, so Lex is just kind of like very jealous and petty about it. So
yeah, yeah.
So then Superman gets arrested. He has like a little brief conversation with Flag, and Flag's like, "I'm sorry about this," and then he gets taken by Ultraman and the lady, and they take him to the engineer, and they take him to the interdimensional portal, where he gets locked in a cell with Metallo, but he called him Element Man for some reason.
Yeah, his name was also like Rex or something. Well,
his actual name is, or not Metallo, Metamorpho. His actual name is Rex, but like he said like this is the Element Man. He can metamorph. I was like, so you just say metamorpho? You couldn't just say metamorpho? Like you couldn't just say that was like you said. So you just said the word, but like.
I will say, on the way to that prison, one of the best like scenes in the movie, because you just see like how fucking petty Lex Luthor just has all this crazy shit going on in this pocket dimension. He has monkeys that their sole purpose is just to tweet and talk shit about Superman. That's their whole job. Is they just sit there all fucking day and talk shit.
Man. He goes super shit. Oh my god. Shit, man.
Yeah. That was fun. Like everybody who's ever pissed off Lex Luthor in jail.
Yeah.
Anybody, ex-girlfriends, fucking old colleagues, everybody, just jail.
So that was
jail.
Fun. Yeah.
Just put it here.
So they lock him in with Metamorpho because Metamorpho is able to create kryptonite. So
and they have Metamorpho's son,
which is another thing. Again, you don't need to explain it because obviously everyone in the Mother knows what kryptonite is. It was just like kryptonite's already a thing, and apparently it's a very big thing that no longer exists.
They're out of it.
Yeah, that they're out of it. That like so it's been used so much in 3 years that they're out of it or whatever. Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I get what this movie's trying to go for, but it's kind of like. Imagine if Spider-Man: Homecoming was the first ever movie of the MCU.
Yeah, it just feels like everything's like happened already.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like I understand it, but I feel because obviously for Superman we don't need all the stuff for Superman, but I feel like for all the stuff around him, for the stuff that hasn't been touched on in DC really with their movies, I feel like it's kind of crazy to be already this much in the center of that universe.
Yeah.
Like again, like imagine if Spider-Man: Homecoming was the first movie. So the Avengers already are a thing. They're broken up now. Like just it wouldn't make much sense. Like that's kind of how I mean
the Hall of Justice
is already a thing, and you see pictures of old heroes. Like I think you saw Wildcat on one of like the
I did see that too.
So like there have already been like a Justice Society or something that have already been there. Like, that's what I'm just saying. I feel like I get what they're going for. I just feel like the execution was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So
yeah, though.
And then we see Lois go.
She goes to the Justice.
Well, no. First, she's in the Daily Planet trying to figure out like how Lex is connected to this, and then Jimmy texts his mysterious source, Mutos, who tells him that the Superman's been taken to an interdimensional whatever prison, and so she goes to the Hall of Justice to try to convince them to help.
Yeah, and so the Justice Gang is, cracking jokes or whatever, going back and forth, and this is when we get the Hypno Glasses line, and
and it's revealed that they know who Superman is.
Yeah, and they just fucking tell Lois Lane who he is too. And then Mr. Terrific's like, I put micro drones in his bloodstream, like let's track him. Oh, it looks like he went to this pocket dimension. Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl are like, nah, fuck that shit. And so Mr. Terrific's like, I'll take you.
Yeah, which to be fair, it makes the most sense for Green. I think his reasons were very valid. Guy Gardner's, where he's like, because this whole thing's being a space cop, so like, he I love how the way he puts it. He goes, is Superman evil? Probably not. Like, is he actually here to take over the world? Most likely not. But that's like a chance I can't take.
Yeah.
So
he's like, I can't stop.
Yeah, he's like, so I can't take that chance that he's here to rule the earth. So I rather
Yeah.
As much as it sucks, I'd rather Superman just be like fucking in prison. So
Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Terrific helps Lois get there. We get a great action scene where Mr. Terrific is just fucking this military base up. I really like that scene. And they find the portal, and during this uh oh dude, fucked up scene by the way. So Lex Luthor pulls this guy that like gave
nah, bro.
Superman a falafel one
Mai or
time.
whatever his name is, something. But bro,
Yeah, Ami
or something. It was so fucked up. Like, because Lex is just trying to find anyone.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
It was hilarious the way Lex explained it. He's like, I found anyone with a connection to Superman. This guy has met Superman once, and he gave him a free falafel. And then at the beginning of the movie, Superman was in a crater, and he's like, "Hey, Superman, you got to get up." Like, they didn't really have a heart to heart or anything.
Yeah, it was just, they weren't boys. Yeah,
it was just like he's just telling Superman, hey, I gave you that free falafel once. Go kick that guy's ass. Like,
yeah. So like Lex Luthor's sitting there, and he like asks Superman a question. He's like, "Where are you from?" He's like, he fucking Russian roulettes the guy, shoots at him. It clicks. He's like, Krypton. He's like, "Who are your parents?" He's like, "I'm not gonna tell you." Russian roulettes, shoots the guy in the fucking head the second time, and he's like, "Damn, I thought that'd last longer." And then just leaves.
Yeah, and then goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go find someone else." And then he's like, "I'm gonna go find that reporter that gets all those interviews." I thought he was gonna say, he goes, Clark Kent. So I look over to my buddy and I do the, who's gonna tell him?
Dude, me and my buddies did the same thing. We're like, who's gonna tell him?
Then Metamorpho starts crying because obviously someone just died because like he's keeping Superman down or whatever. I was like, this guy's showing more emotion than the guy that actually knew this guy. Like,
yeah, right. And so this is like the whole thing is that Metamorpho is sitting there. He has the kryptonite as his hand, holding Superman down, and right across from them, the jail cell directly across is his son, and a guy just holding his son, just sitting there like, I will fucking kill this
he's there
kid
just
right
to kill him.
Yeah, and so Metamorpho has the time to unkryptonite his hand,
which is the slowest fucking thing in the world.
Slowest thing ever. Artificial sun, heal Superman. Superman had time charge up, punch, then go get the kid. I was like, dude, if I'm the other guy, bam, baby's dead once I see that kryptonite even going back a little bit. Like, don't even.
The funny part is, you also have the two prisoners next door who are going like, "Hey, he's trying to do something. He's trying to pull something." I was like, so we're telling the people what's going on in the guard in front of them, just like, I wonder what's going on over there.
Like, I'll kill this baby.
No, he's holding the baby, and he's like, I wonder what's going on across the hall. Like, so he saves the baby, and it's that Superman has to be the one to hold him because Metamorpho can't like fly or use his powers.
And hold him.
So then they save Krypto, who I thought that was kind of funny. That is like, how do you keep a super dog down? You have him chase super squirrels. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Like, yeah, just crazy fucking hating, bro. Yeah. Just insane. They literally have like his eyes pried open, like neural links in his fucking brain. And he's just chasing squirrels all day. So Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane,
they're looking for Superman, and then Superman's flying with the baby, gets into a fight, and like, so they said something about like the proton lake or the photon lake or whatever.
Yeah, it was like the anti-proton.
Yeah, there's no way like the baby didn't get hit by it once. Like, I know it's showing Superman holding it, but there's like times where he's like down here and the water's like.
Yeah.
And then we see Superman for the first time use his heat vision in that scene and his cold breath. Yeah. Or no, we saw him use a cold breath earlier, but he uses
it. Pissed me off that he couldn't get out of that fucking river, bro. Well, I was
confused. Well, because then he was saying he's getting pulled in by the thing. I was like, you can't fly while getting pulled in. Like, you can't just lift up. Like, you don't have to be.
He has to basically like, they're getting like sucked into a black hole.
Yeah, so that he uses his cold breath to like launch himself and Krypto and Metamorpho forward. And so then they get out of there, and Mr. Terrific's like, okay, I'm gonna go shut this down. Lois takes Superman, who's like injured still because he hasn't fully healed.
And it's like nighttime.
Yeah, so she takes him back home to Smallville. And so we see just Superman in his childhood bedroom, and he falls asleep. And I thought it was very cute, the Krypto on top of him scene.
Yeah, when he woke up, he was like licking his chest. And it was cute to see like Ma and Pa Kent like really
Mm-hmm.
care. They're like, "Oh my God, what happened to him? Like, is he gonna
Yeah.
die?" And yeah,
And
it
then
was
so
pretty
then we also get
cute.
then we get Lex, who's like super pissed off, and it's just so funny his crash out. He drops like a cup full of pencils, and then it for some reason goes in slow mos. It drops, and he's just like he really wants just to be the alpha in that room, so he tells his employees to pick it up, and then he tells his
Yeah,
oh, so we figure out who Mutant Toes is. I'm sorry that we're kind of like jumping around. So we find out who Jimmy's contact is. It turns out to be Lex's current girlfriend, Eve Tessmacher. And just
and he
she's
just
fucking
she just wants him bad
wants
as
him,
fuck.
and just Jimmy doesn't want her. Like it's literally just like Will Ferrell's character, where all the hot women want him, and he's just kind of like,
Yeah,
so
and
she's like, "Oh, I think of your mom as my mom, even though I have a mom." And he's like, "Yeah, she thinks of you like that too, even though you guys met once."
yeah,
So that was kind of funny.
uh, uh,
So then
yeah, and
yeah, so then when we're back in
yeah, so
LexCorp, Lex just tells her to get out and then throws like a cup at her. Like, oh,
yeah, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
like beans her. Like I was like, damn. And so she's like, man, fuck this guy. So she's on the phone with Jimmy, crying in like the server room, like texting him, like saying how fuck this guy Lex thinks he can throw something at me. The room that's right next door to the room that Lex is
Yeah,
in.
yeah, his guards are like turning around, like,
Yeah.
is she like right in that fucking room? And yeah, so she like manages to like text him some like selfies that she was taking with like a ton of evidence in the background. And meanwhile, Lex is pretty much like, let's start this war, and we know where Superman's gonna have to be. And
So he overloads the interdimensional portal. So then
yeah,
it starts
yeah.
like breaking, literally cracking the earth in half. I don't even know what the fuck was going on.
Oh yeah, I don't know how far away they were from Metropolis, but everywhere between that spot and Metropolis just got
Yeah,
split.
literally split in half, and then so yeah, so then
And
while that's like
so
happening or
yeah,
whatever, Superman's at home still recuperating, and then he has this great heart to heart with his dad where he's telling his dad like, oh, I'm not the man I thought I was. Like I thought I was here to be everyone's savior, but apparently I'm here to be like the person that takes over.
yeah,
And then so he's like, oh, you don't have to be what your parents thought you were gonna be. Like that's not like they
hmm,
can't tell you what to be. Uh,
yeah,
so they have a great like heart to heart, and he's like, I'm just so proud of you. And then that's where like the scene from the trailer where he hugs him.
yeah.
And then so then the mom comes in and tells him like, look at the news. So then he sees that fucking Metropolis is literally splitting, and or no, he sees about
No, he
the
sees the
war.
war,
Yeah,
the fictional war between the two places
yeah,
is
because
happening.
so the war is about to happen, and they're about to just invade this like very weaker
Fucking
country.
village,
Yeah,
pretty much, dude. Like, it's like a country,
fucking yeah,
like a village sized country or
yeah.
something. Like, I don't even know.
And so then they put up the flag, and they're
And
just chanting
yeah,
Superman. Uh, which I just like. He doesn't go to. I understand. Obviously, he had his hands tied, so it's not like he could go to the village, but he just doesn't, or the country. He just doesn't ever go back. Like we never see him. Like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's kind of
But I
weird.
mean, like Guy Gardner does kind of say something. He's like, "Oh, Superman's
Yeah,
gonna
he's like,
say some shit
Superman.
like that.
Superman couldn't be here, but I am or
You got
whatever.
us,
Yeah, so
you
like,
know, yeah,
it's not. No, yeah, obviously it's not terrible, but like it was just kind of like he didn't even after he saves Metropolis. Like it's not like he goes. Like he just
yeah."
so Superman
But
has
yeah,
to
so he
yeah.
has to go save Metropolis from this dimension,
Hmm.
and all of Metropolis, thank goodness, gets evacuated.
Yeah, I
And
like how they have that line.
dude,
They're literally like, okay, Metropolis evacuate or whatever.
yeah, and like, dude, this shit, it was such a small little thing, but like, there's a building and it's falling onto the bridge where everybody's trying to get out of there, and this lady's driving, and clear open road, these two cars just get in a head-on fucking collision right in front of her. I was like, who the fuck is driving these cars? And then her car like stops. She can't get it to start again, and then like Superman catches it, and it's like a nice little
Yeah.
moment. She
So
gets away.
so then yeah, Superman and Mr. Terrific, but then they both get attacked by the Engineer and Ultraman, and Mr. Terrific gets taken
Mm-hmm.
out pretty quickly. So it's kind of a 2v1, and
Mm-hmm.
Superman gets infected
Dude,
with like the nanites or whatever.
dude, it's so sick. The engineer's like wrapped around his arm or some shit, and he's just spinning in a
Slamming
circle,
her, yeah.
slamming her on the ground, trying to hit
Yeah.
Ultraman
That shit
with
was
her,
awesome.
just
Where
like
he's just literally just
4
slamming,
times.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah. So then he, I thought his plan was really fucking cool. Where he's just like, I'm just gonna fly up as high as possible and then just slam the fuck down.
Yeah, yeah, they're like filling his lungs with like the
Mhm.
nanites, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna kill him from the inside. So he just flies to space and then flies back down. And the engineer, like on the way down, is like, I don't know if we can like handle this impact.
Yeah.
Like super, it's like he's the only one technically protected from this
Yeah. So
fall
that's why,
right
yeah,
now.
Lex says
And
it, and
Lex
then
is
like,
like,
so I mean,
yo, stop.
he takes the brunt of it. That's why she doesn't die, but she's like unconscious. She's like out of commission.
Yeah,
She's out of the fight. So it's just Superman and
yeah,
Ultraman, and then Ultraman takes off his mask, and it's revealed that he is a clone of Superman because when they first invaded the fortress, the doors just opened. Like it's not like they broke in; it kind of just opened for them. And
yeah.
Superman,
It's
when that
revealed.
happened, Superman's like, "How the hell did they get in? Like it's like only works for my DNA."
Mm-hmm.
So then yeah, so it gets revealed that he's just a clone, but like just a dumber, stronger clone. That's what he gets told the fighting
Mm-hmm.
moves to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I thought that plot point was kind of like that's what I already assumed as soon as they like the doors first opened. I was like, okay, I assume one of them's like I assume Ultraman something.
Kryptonian or something.
Yeah, and then once he
Yeah.
said that it's only to my DNA, I was like, okay, so he's definitely like a clone.
Yeah.
I like how he doesn't say that. Oh, over the years of your battles, we found blood because again, Superman's never lost a fight until this movie.
Yeah, it was like a hair.
It was like a hair, so I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool, like continuity wise.
Yeah.
And then
So yeah,
yeah.
they have a big fight, and at the same time you have the Daily Planet gang and the Mr. Terrific mobile just flying around trying to expose Lex Luthor. Dude, the one guy who did like the sports column, he was shining during those scenes, bro. That dude, his jokes were banging
Yeah.
just every time. And yeah, so they just fly around, like, writing this article.
Yeah.
Lex is just talking all this shit to Superman. Superman's fighting, and then Superman,
And
after a
so
little
yeah,
while,
so then Superman has the idea to have Crypto destroy the cameras that are watching their fight because then without that they can't give Ultraman moves. Even though still Ultraman was still kind of kicking his ass. He literally dislocated his shoulder.
Like, yeah.
And then
Dude, that was fucking sick though. Dislocated shoulder, picks up Ultraman, throws him in front of a bus that goes just straight into the
a black hole. Yeah. So then
that was so tough.
So then it's Superman and Crypto just versus like 100 of Lex's guards. And then I think it's before he defeats Ultraman that he says how because Lex is like, oh, you're not gonna be able to stop this war or whatever, and then that's when he says like about like, oh, I called some people. So then we got Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Metamorpho just all like stopping the army,
fucking up this army.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a kid holding onto a bull. He's like, Superman, please come save us, please. And you just see this guard hold
he was gonna shoot the kid. I was like, why are you shooting the kid? Like, you didn't shoot any of the people that had actual weapons. You're gonna shoot the kid that's just standing there with a flag. It's not like he's like using the flag to hit people. Like, I was like confused. Cause I was like, oh, whatever. He's just gonna get smacked before he pulls the trigger. No, Guy Gardner makes a shield, and you literally just see bullets hitting the shield. I was like, oh, he actually took the shot.
It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and they wrap that.
Yeah, and then Hawkgirl kills
everybody.
The president of that country because it's revealed that Lex didn't like start a war in order, or it wasn't because of Superman, or what was it that he said?
It was he started the war so he could get half the country, so he could make like a utopia kind of thing.
Well, no, but it was like he reveals it to Superman that it wasn't like he didn't start the war. Was it not because he did do it because of Superman? Like he did it in order to kill Superman. Like that was the whole objective.
Yeah.
Was to then because he knew Superman would get involved. Like he literally used Superman's good nature against him. He knew Superman would get involved to stop the war, so he used that as a reason.
Turn the government on him, and then, So yeah, though, Superman meets the bad guy, and Lex is like, "Yo, let's get the fuck out of here." He goes to go in the pocket dimension, and Superman just flies in there, shoulder checks him. Yeah, and then Lex is. By the way, this was one of my. This is the moment of the film, and this is what I'm talking about with like some of the lighting and the cinematography, because there's this light behind it's the sun, but there's this light behind Superman, and he kind of like walks in front of it once in a while, and it's like blinding you almost. And so it's you're watching him, and he looks like this larger than life godlike figure. Um, but what he's talking about is being human, and he's talking to Lex, and he's like, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day, but I show up every day, and I choose to try and do better every day. And I just thought that was like a
Yeah, because
really
Lex is
really
like, you're
cool
not
moment.
human, and he's like, well, I am. I'm exactly like you guys. I walk one foot ahead of the other. I wake up. I make
Yeah,
mistakes, whatever. So, um,
yeah. Easily the best part of the
yeah,
film
and
right
then
there.
before Lex can like roast him, Crypto just starts slamming him around, sort of like the Loki,
Oh, just
the Hulk and Loki
beating the
scream.
shit out of him.
Uh,
Oh my god,
so
I felt bad for him.
yeah, so then that sort of wraps up that
Yeah,
issue.
Mr. Terrific closes the portal, and
I will say, obviously, the
they
comic
go
book
back
movie, so I
down.
was expecting something like that because like the river got cut in half, so I didn't think that was gonna stay. But then just everything,
Just got pushed back together.
I was like, I was like, I guess I don't know, reverse the polarity or something. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I just felt like you
fucking
could have said something. Like it was just weird that like he turned it off and then it was like,
like these
oh
broken buildings
yeah, like if it was
pushed
Lego pieces or
together.
something, and then like almost all of them are like sort of perfectly back together. Like it'll be like one of them's a
Yeah,
little slanted or something, but like most of them are like literally even.
yeah. And yeah, that's really
Yeah. So
the
then,
movie. There's two post-credit scenes.
oh, it gets
Oh
revealed.
wait,
It
no.
gets revealed that Lex uh started the war because the photos, the selfies that the girlfriend took, even though they look like they're just sexy selfies or whatever, in the background of each photo was some part of Luther's plan. So you got the
Yeah.
countries where he had like already like deciding the new names for them, the contracts for the weapons,
Mhm.
the files proving that the hammer of whatever was fake, just all this stuff,
Yeah.
sort of proving how Superman's like or not innocent, I guess, but just that Lex is evil. So
Yeah.
then Lex
And
gets
then
arrested.
and then the ending of this movie, Superman is back in the Fortress of Solitude. He's healing from the sun after all the shit that just happened. And the whole thing was he wanted to listen to his parents when he was going through a hard time, and his parents telling him to be there as a savior. But now it's kind of tainted a little bit because he's heard the full message. So now it is memories of Ma and Pa Kent,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm wondering who the fuck recorded them because all of them are like from a third person. But whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. I won't nitpick too bad.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
we get a scene of Lois and Clark where they're kind of like where they Lois says "I love you" and they kiss or whatever, and then it's of Superman and Lois Lane. It's not like Clark. So then it's a funny
yeah,
scene where everyone in the Daily Planet's like, "How long have they been together?" And then Jimmy goes, "I think
yeah,
three
yeah.
months." So it's funny
3
that
months.
everyone thinks Lois's boyfriend is Superman.
Superman. Yeah, and then in the Fortress of Solitude as well, there's been a back and forth between like Superman not being able to control Crypto that much the whole movie, and you find out it's actually Supergirl's dog, and
Well,
she
because
makes
he
an
says a
appearance at the
line
end of
about
the
it. It's
movie.
kind of like a if you like blink and you miss it kind of line. It's when he's in the apartment when like the heroes are fighting the big alien thing or whatever.
Yeah,
Lois goes, "You have a dog," and he goes, "Oh, it's kind of a foster situation." Um.
yeah.
So yeah, so
So we
Supergirl,
get
yeah,
introduced
the
to
new
her.
actress for Supergirl shows up. She's wearing her costume. She's hungover. And she's apparently a
Yeah.
very big party girl where she goes to other planets with a red sun and just gets fucking hammered.
Yeah. Which made me very excited for the new
Yeah,
Supergirl
and
because if
then
they are kind of going with that angle where she goes to like different solar systems and shit, like I
mhm,
feel like that'd be really cool
yeah,
to
so
see.
then um Crypto goes back with her and it's kind of like funny because like Superman's like, oh well, that explains why he's so rough because like when
Yeah,
she
she's like slamming her into the fucking
yeah
ground and she's just like laughing about
yeah
it.
so I don't know, just I haven't really read too much if any Supergirl comics. The only really stuff I know of Supergirl is the TV show and also her appearances in like the Superman animated series or Justice League
Yeah.
Unlimited. Now, two out of three of those are kids shows, so obviously they can't show her getting drunk or whatever. Like, but like
Yeah.
usually they show. I don't know. I guess this isn't correct of showing her being basically a female version of Clark. esque type. Um,
Yeah.
so then it was
Yeah,
kind of
it'll
just
be interesting to kind of
yeah. So it
see
was kind of just
how their
jarring to see her
outfits.
show up, and she's like, "Oh, later, bitches," or whatever, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Who the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" So yeah,
um yeah, all around though the movie's pretty good. We did miss, but at one point there is a Peacemaker cameo, which was pretty funny.
a Peacemaker
And
cameo. We also get a Maxwell Lord cameo.
yep,
Um,
Maxwell Lord,
which
like
I
we said,
thought
General
so
Flag.
I don't even understand what's because Peacemaker season one like definitively takes place in the DCEU because we see Ezra Miller's Flash and we see
Just that
Jason
part
Momoa.
isn't canon.
Okay, so
Just that part
well,
isn't.
because in the
So
trailer for
just
season two, we see he deals with multiverse stuff. So what I assume happens is he takes over the place of that world of the DCU's Peacemaker. Like he probably kills or whatever. That Peacemaker's probably actually evil or
yeah,
something.
maybe.
And then
Yeah.
also, it's obvious. Like I didn't think. Obviously, you're not going to add this to the movie. I just think it's interesting because also in the trailer for Peacemaker 2, Rick Flag Sr. is out for revenge against Peacemaker because obviously that's who killed
Mhm.
his son. So like
Mhm.
he's on live TV.
I
It's not again.
yeah.
It's like
I
not anything big. I'm just saying that's kind of like I don't know. That's kind of like
yeah,
a
he's
weird.
right there.
Yeah, I was like, he's right there. Like you know where he is right now. Go fuck him up. Like
Yeah, we'll have to see kind of how
yeah.
that plays out. I am excited for Peacemaker next month though. That
Yeah.
movie should be
So
gas.
then yeah. Well, the first post credit scene is just of Superman and Crypto on the moon. It's that shot that was released like a while ago. It looks really cool. It's just
They
them
just
two
kind of
sitting on the
chilling.
moon.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
hoping
hmm?
the last post credit scene would be a little more, but
Yeah, I thought because usually when there's two post credit scenes, it's usually one's just a fuck around joke one, and then the other one's usually something serious. So I thought the second one would have been like, to be honest with you, I thought it was gonna be
I thought that I
Batman.
was so shocked they at least didn't say Gotham
Yeah,
in
like
this movie
Gotham
or
was never
something
said. There's
about
apparently
Gotham.
like one like there's a sign that says this way to Gotham. It's some scene, but like
Yeah.
they don't actually ever say the words Gotham or anything. Which
Or talk about any other
or talk
metahumans. They just say metahumans
they just say yeah
exist.
metahumans and then like they only talk about the three that are on screen. Like I feel like it's like you don't have to say anything. You can just sort of just say like oh the fast one in this city, the whatever in that city. Like
The goddess chick or
yeah, like
whatever.
just
Like
showing that
the
they
chick with the
exist. Like
shield or
because I
something.
assume all those already exist, or at least Batman. Like then
I mean, at least in some capacity, and they're gonna have to meet soon because again, like they have the Hall of Justice like being built
mhm.
right now. So like, I mean, I don't know like the exact lore, but I'm assuming like Bruce Wayne funds that as
Yeah,
a base or something.
usually
I don't
yeah
know.
it's
Uh,
yeah and then like so now since we're talking about this, and I feel like there's no other time I'll be able to bring this up. We've talked about it like privately or whatever, not on recording. Um, just my thoughts on like what they'll do with Batman in this universe, and how I was talking about it with my buddy on the like after we saw it. There's technically three, but in my opinion, only really two options of what they'll do with Batman in the DCE or the DCU. The first one
mhm.
is making it Robert Pattinson's The Batman, since to be honest, his movie is basically this Superman movie is a Superman movie of the Batman. He's already been doing it for a while. He already has somewhat of a rapport with his villains. People already know of him. So
I don't think so though.
no, I don't think so either. After this movie, I feel like it'll be a little bit more. I was a
Has
little
to
bit
be a
more
more
willing about
experienced
it.
Batman.
I was a little more willing about it just because they're both around the same years of experience. So I was a little
I
bit more
guess.
open minded to it after watching this movie. Um, two, it's they completely just cancel the Batman universe after part two comes out. Like there won't be a part three, and then just there's just the DCU Batman. And then the third one, which I don't think will happen, or I don't think is a good idea personally, is there will be two Batmans, the Batman and then the DCU. The
I think that's what they're gonna do
the
though, but
only
I don't think.
reason I don't think it's a good idea for James Gunn to do this is you're inviting a competition.
Yes, but how I think they're gonna do it though is there's not going to be a Batman solo movie, for James Gunn's universe. Like, it's not like we're gonna have like the Batman Robert Pattinson and then like Batman James Gunn DCU. We're gonna get, we know, like Batman Brave and the Bold, and
is that not a solo Batman? I mean, he's gonna have Robin, but it's basically a solo Batman movie.
Yeah, but we're gonna see a much more experienced Batman, and I think it's gonna be more so to show off like Robin's taking the future. Because although Superman's been a thing for 3 years, I'm assuming Batman's been a thing for a lot longer than 3 years, and he
has to have been if they're on
who,
Damian Wayne, if they're doing it correctly. There is a chance where they're not, and they're just saying Damian Wayne's his only Robin.
Yeah, I think. Well, no, because aren't they doing a Red Hood and Nightwing?
I don't think that's canon.
Too. They're not.
I don't think so. It might be, but
I guess we'll have to wait. And
yeah.
See,
no, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
don't think they're gonna.
It's because look at the super. Like I also think because then you can't really, because then there's certain plot lines you can't do. Like let's say the Batman Part 3 wants to do, the Court of Owls. Can't do the Court of Owls. Batman Brave and the Bold is doing that. Like I think that's just, you can't have. Yeah. You don't want to have contradicting actors, so you can't have like a.
Just have a Part 2 and then call the Batman.
And then
that shit took me like fucking like 6 years to come out, bro. Like just fucking Part 2 and give us the second one.
Yeah, and then
keep it the shows.
Yeah, and then it's also just the same because Superman and Lois, the show was canceled for this movie. Like,
oh really?
I'm like pretty sure that from what I've seen and stuff, apparently it was because this movie's coming out or whatever. So James Gunn didn't want two conflicting things. I could be wrong. If I am, please let me know in like the comments. But from what I've heard and like read, apparently it's because of the new movie that the show was canceled. That's why it ended after 4 seasons.
I see. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, and they kind of had to rush things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they did that for that show, which was getting good ratings and good reviews, and like Tyler was being said to be like the greatest Superman portrayal that we've had, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's out of like pocket or out of this world for James Gunn to do the same to the Batman. I just think that since the Batman Part 2 was already confirmed, he kind of was like, let's roll with it. We'll do that one, and then we'll see what we do with that. And then in theory, it sounds cool to have 2 at the same time because then you're doing this whole Elseworld thing. But then you're just, because I was talking about it with my buddy, and he literally proved my point. Because then he goes, "There's no way the DCU Batman's better than the Batman." I go, that right there is proving my point on why this would be a bad idea. Because then you're just
until it is.
That's like, so you're just inviting already a conflict with it. Like they're already competing against each other, and one of them's not even like one of them didn't even have a fucking actor yet.
Yeah.
So
no, that's fair. I don't know. I want an experienced Batman that's fucking badass, bro. Like that's all I really want.
Yeah.
I just want a sick ass Batman. Just give me some like the DCAU Batman in live action, and I'll be chilling. So happy. Yeah. But I think with that being said, Superman, good movie, good time.
Good movie.
Definitely.
Where do you have it on like your DC like rankings?
Including animated?
No. We'll just keep it live action for right now.
Live action, it is better than anything Zack Snyder put out.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say it is a little bit worse than The Suicide Squad.
I have it on par with that. I think I have it like tied with that.
That's like, I think if I had to put one right above, like The Suicide Squad is
I think it's better than Wonder Woman.
Tighter.
For me personally, my number one is The Batman. I just love that movie.
Okay.
This would probably be like it's definitely like top 5. I just don't know placings yet.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd put The Batman above it. I'd have to rewatch it, to be honest. It's been a while. But yeah, better than Wonder Woman, better than all the Zack Snyder shit.
If we take animated, it'll probably be top 10. But just like I don't think it's better than like Under the Red Hood.
Not better than Dark.
No.
Not better. It might even be like top 15.
I think this movie's very good. That's why I said that. That's why animation's hard to. I don't know. I think this movie's getting a wee bit overhyped. I think it's very
Yeah.
good. I will say my biggest positive for the movie, and the real reason it's like an 8.5 for me, is I was never a huge Superman fan. I was like fine with him. I had read some
Mhm.
comics. I've seen his animated
Mhm.
show. I've seen like the animated movies. Um, I've always, but like I would never like if you gave me a choice between Batman the animated series, Spider Man the animated series, or Superman the animated series, I would I would never pick Superman. Um,
Mhm.
so that's like the biggest positive I could probably give this movie is that it did make me care about Superman a lot more. So I
Mhm.
think that's like one of the greatest things. I think this movie is worth checking out in theaters. Like I don't think it's like it's definitely better than most of the recent like Marvel movies. But yeah, I think
Hopefully,
I just
hopefully not better than Fantastic Four.
I'm still more hyped for Fantastic Four personally. I just every time I
Same.
watch the trailer for Fantastic Four,
I mean, I'm the same way as you when it comes to Superman, to be honest. Like I've never been like the biggest Superman guy in the world.
mm-hmm.
I think Superman is cool. I've just never found him particularly interesting. Because then, like again, we talked about it earlier. Something this movie does. It's like Superman will get his ass beat, and he like just can't like punch somebody super hard to beat them. So then it's like he's cooked instead of like getting like a new fighting style or like
Yeah,
trying to change up what he does. It's like if he can't hit them hard enough, like he's
yeah,
fucked.
yeah. If he
And
can't
that's
land
why
his
I've always
yeah,
been more of a fan of Batman and Spider-Man and stuff like that. It's because like they're like, oh, like if I can't fight this person head on, then I like
yeah,
have
that
to use my
they'll change
brain a
up
little bit.
tactics. Um,
Yeah.
I really love the Death of Superman animated movie in the DCAMU universe. I really
Hmm.
think that movie does a very good job at depicting Superman. I think he's I think Superman's only really good when he's fighting really powerful people like Doomsday or Darkseid or Lex Luthor.
Hmm.
But because just most of the other time from like animated stuff, it's usually the people have to use like kryptonite, which I think is just so annoying. Like I'm glad that kryptonite was only used in the one scene and then just not again.
Hmm.
Because I think that's such a cop out for like, oh, how do we stop Superman? Kryptonite. But instead, in this
That's
movie, they're
strong.
like, okay, let's put nanites in his lungs and suffocate him. I thought that's a way more
Yeah.
interesting way. That the only reason Lex used kryptonite was just to not kill Superman, just weaken him, just to keep him
Hmm.
like down, so then he can do his whole evil plan. So I really
Yeah.
like just I like when you try to do more things to hurt Superman than just the obvious of kryptonite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, all in all though, like we said, go check it out.
mm-hmm.
Super excited to see where the rest of this DC universe goes. And yeah, I think on that note, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. Did you like Superman? Did you hate it? Let us know. And we'll see y'all in the next video.
See you.